This video is going to be going over interior angles of triangles. So in a triangle, it has three different angles. And whenever you add these three angles up, it equals 180 degrees, which is what this statement says. A plus B plus C equals 180. So here it says the three interior angles of a triangle always sum to 180 degrees. We can use this fact to determine missing angle measures by adding the given angles and setting them equal to 180 degrees. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and open up your notes and we're going to look at number 1. So looking at number 1, we want to find the value of x. So when I know these three angle measures should add up to equal 180 degrees. So what I can do is I can add the two angle measurements that I know. I know one angle is 108 and my second angle is 36. So 108 plus 36, when you put that in your calculator, is 144. So now that I know these two angles add up to equal 144, and I know overall my angles should add up to equal 180, I can now subtract 144 from 180. So 180 minus 144 is going to give you 36. So here, the value of x is 36. So this is 36 degrees. Okay, let's go ahead and look at number 2. But before we move on, I just want to say they will not always look this simple. You can do this adding and subtracting only whenever two of your angles are pretty whole numbers, and then the value of your missing side is just x. So looking at number 2, again, we're finding the value of x, but here I'm missing some information. Remember that when we see this box in the corner of a triangle, this is a right triangle. And this is indicating that the measure of this angle is 90 degrees. So the formula on the front cover was A plus B plus C equals 180. So this is saying that I'm adding angle A plus angle B plus angle C, and it should equal 180. So I'm going to now go ahead and use this formula to find our missing angle measure. So I'm going to add together my three angle measures. So I have 56 plus my second angle measure is going to be 90. Plus my third angle measure is going to be x. And I'm going to set this equal to 180. Well, now I'm going to draw a line through the equal sign and I have to solve. So first I need to combine like terms. So I'm going to combine 56 plus 90. So 56 plus 90 gives you 146. So 146 plus x equals 180. Well, now I need to see what's being added or subtracted to x. Right now 146 is being added. So I want to do the opposite, and I'm now going to subtract 146 to both sides. This cancels out. I'm left with x equals 180 minus 146 is going to give us 34. So here, the value of x is 34. So here, this angle measure is 34 degrees. Let's go ahead and look at number 3. So for number 3, we are again finding the value of x. So again, these three angles should add up to equal 180 degrees. And again, we're missing some information. We know that this triangle is a right triangle, which means this angle is 90 degrees. So again, we're going to start off by first adding our three angle measurements together by using the triangle sum theorem, which is A plus B plus C equals 180. So my first angle is going to be 3x, plus my second angle is 3x, plus my third angle is 90 degrees. And I'm going to set this equal to 180. So there are two options. You can solve this by hand, or you can use your calculator and use nsolve. If you wanted to solve this by hand, I'm going to solve it by hand and then go ahead and use nsolve to check my answer. So here, 3x plus 3x, I'm going to combine this and I now have 6 x's. I'm going to add 90 and I'm going to set this equal to 180. Then I want to see what's being added or subtracted to x. Right now I have 90 being added, so I want to go ahead and do the opposite, and I'm going to subtract 90 to both sides. This cancels out. I'm left with 6x equals 180 minus 90, which is just 90. Now my last step here, 6 is being multiplied by x, so I want to do the opposite, and I'm going to divide by 6 on both sides. My 6's cancel out. I'm left with x equals 90 divided by 6, give us 15. So here the value of x is 15. So now if we want to go ahead and use insolve, I'm going to go ahead and type this equation into insolve. So if you don't know how to use insolve, here's a good refresher. So to use insolve, we're going to go ahead and press menu 3, 1. Menu 3, 1 is going to bring up insolve. Now you're going to go ahead and type your equation in. So this is 3x plus 90 equals 180. Before you press enter, you have to put a comma. And the comma is right down here next to the letter O. And then you have to tell your calculator what variable you are solving for. So in this case, our variable is x. Pressing enter here, you do see that we do get 15. So here the value of x again is going to be 15. Let's go ahead and now look at our last question. So now for number 4, we want to find the value of x, and then we want to use it to determine each angle measure. So again, the first thing we're going to do is create an equation. We're going to use the triangle angle sum theorem. So that is 5x plus 24 plus my second angle, which is 4x, and my third angle, which is 4x. Now when I add these three angles together, again, this should equal 180. So now, one, you can solve it by hand or you can use insolve. Again, I'm going to do both. So here, I first want to add together all of my x's. So I have 5x plus 4x plus 4x plus 24 equals 180. And I just grouped my x's together and I left the constant at the end of the expression. So now 5x plus 4x plus 4x. So 5 plus 4 gives me 13. So I have 13x plus 24 equals 180. So now I'm going to draw a line through the equal sign again. And now I want to see what's being added or subtracted to x. Right now 24 is being added, so I'm going to subtract 24 to both sides. This cancels out. I'm left with 13x equals 180 minus 24. So putting that in your calculator, 180 minus 24 is 156. So here, 13x equals 156. Now, I want to see what's being multiplied or divided to my variable, which is x. So right now, x is being multiplied by 13. So I want to do the opposite and divide by 13. When I divide by 13, I'm left with x equals 156 divided by 13, which gives me 12. So here the value of x is 12. So now using this information, I can now determine each angle measure. Since it tells me that the value of x is 12, I can now substitute x with 12. So for instance, for G, I'm going to substitute x with 12. So this becomes 5 times 12 plus 24. So I'm going to put that in my calculator. 5 times 12 plus 24 is going to give me 84. So here, the angle for G is 84. Then for angle H is 4x. So again, I'm going to substitute x for the value of x, which again is 12. So here, 4 times 12 is going to be 48. So here, angle J is 48. And angle H, again, we have 4x. So 4 times 12, which again is 48. Now, to make sure that your angles add up, just go ahead and add them back in your calculator. So I'm going to put 84 plus 48 plus 48. And here I see that it does equal 180. So that is finding interior angles of triangles.